after a surprising game, potentially. I think we all thought it was going to be a little bit more of a blowout, but it wasn't, which is good, entertaining, decent for fantasy, I guess. For some of the players, I mean, Achan didn't get in the end zone, but I mean, he gives you 90 total yards with 7 catches. So, he kind of makes up his PPR day there. Tyreek gets in the end zone, 50 for a touchdown. Jalen Waddle had a decent game. Felt like he had a little bit more, but 5 for 40 in a touchdown. So those guys returned some value there. Hopefully he didn't start Tua. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns, but didn't throw for many yards. Ollie Gordon looked good. Garlic bread's here. Kevin's here. Kincaid stocks going. Get ready for Zach Wilson. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think Tua played terribly. I mean, obviously he had that interception at the end, which was not great. But, yeah, I don't know. He just seems a little bit off. Like, he was always known for his accuracy and pinpoint accuracy and stuff like that. And it's just not really not really working. I don't know. It just feels like Mike McDaniel might be out of a job soon. I mean, you're looking ahead at the Dolphins schedule and you got you got a couple winnable games in the Jets and the Panthers, but then you got Chargers after that. I don't know. We'll see. If they got that win today, it would have been huge for them. Kevin got Tyreek Hill for a 26th third is insane. Insane. Like, even if you didn't believe in Tyreek Hill bouncing back or whatever, like, to sell him for a third is just a little bit criminal, right? Like, you might as well just hold at that point and just, hope that he comes back and returns to what he once was. It's not like he even had a big game, but he gave you 16 PPR points because 5 for 50 in the touchdown. But on the Bills side of things, Josh Allen gives his 3 touchdowns, 25 yards on the ground. So he gave up good numbers. James Cook looked really good. Only 3 catches for James Cook, but 120 total yards with the touchdown is really good. Kincaid, like Garlic Bread said, his Kincaid stocks. Kincaid looked good. He played where he got 5 for 66 and a touchdown. The wide receivers for the Bills are going to be a little bit frustrating, I think. They're going to be a little bit all over the place. Like, it's going to be hard to really rely on those wide receivers, which is frustrating. I'll kind of look up early snaps here. Obviously, it's not going to be official, but it's going to be relatively accurate. And my guess would be that they're kind of rotating a lot with Shakir Moore, Keon Coleman, Palmer, and even Tyrell Shavers as well is out there. Let's see here. So it looks like we got Keon Coleman. Let's see here. Keon Coleman and Shakir had the most snaps, 45 and 42. Looks like the Bills offense played 60 in total. So 45 out of 60, not bad. 75%. You'd like it a little bit higher, but not bad there. You had Josh Palmer was next with 26. And then I had to cough there. And then what's up, brother? And then we had, I'm just going through some of the snap shares, talking about the Bills receivers. Oh, I guess he left. Yeah, just a little bit frustrating. I don't know. Keon Coleman might be one of those players who it's going to be a situation where you might have to only play him in shootouts or something like that. So there we go. You're back.
And I'm back.
Yeah, just kind of talking about the receivers for the Bills and how I feel like they're going to be a little bit frustrating. No one had more than 6 targets on the team. I mean, Shakir got in the end zone, but no receiver really did anything until Shakir got in the end zone. So, yeah, just a little bit frustrating. I mean, we wish we were kind of hoping for the Keon Coleman breakout, but it might be only in games where there's going to be in more of a shootout. I think, like they were with the Ravens that week 1. So,
Yeah.
but close game. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, it was a close game, like for the most part. It didn't seem like it should be. So
Yeah.
you would think a little more passing to try and keep up
Yeah.
on the other end. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of a weird game. It didn't feel like the Dolphins were in it, but they were in it the whole time until the end. But all your guys that you probably started on the Dolphin side gave you something. Achane, Hill, and Waddle. Hopefully, you weren't starting Tua or anyone else really there. On the Bill side of things, I mean, I don't know where Keon Coleman is right now. I don't think he's a. I mean, again, I think it's more of a shootout thing. So, and just kind of looking ahead at their schedule, they get the Saints, Patriots, Falcons, Panthers, Chiefs is their next like 5 games. Like, are any of those shootouts? Like maybe the Falcons? I mean, any game can be, right? But like you're not banking on them being in a shootout with the Saints, probably not with the Patriots, probably not with the Panthers, and at this point, not with the Chiefs. Now, Chiefs on November 2nd could be a different story with Rice and Worthy back. So I guess we'll see there. Yeah, Tua getting the ball out quickly. Kevin got Tyreek for a 26 third. How crazy is that?
yeah, people are panicking.
I guess, but even if you're panicking on Hill, it's like, why would you even just sell him for that at that point? Just like, might as well just go with it and see what happens at that point for a third, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, people love their picks, man.
I guess, yeah. I guess so.
You're just like, I don't get it still.
I don't like it's just one of those things. Like I get it for like I get wanting to trade him, but I don't get like just getting a third for him. It's just like you might as well hold out. And he hasn't even been like amazing or anything. He gave you 16 points, but yeah, it just doesn't really make sense yet. Garlic Bread says he sold Hampton in a huge rebuild, took over an orphan in the offseason for Golden, a 26 first, Pacheco, and a 27 second. How do you like that haul for Amari and Hampton? Golden, a first, Pacheco, and a second.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I mean, you got to figure Hampton was 103. Let's call Golden what 112-202, something like that. Late first, early second. So a couple of seconds and a first to move back. Plus Pacheco, maybe you can get a second for him during the season if he actually starts to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I kind of look at it as like almost 2 firsts for Gold. Like Golden was like he mostly went in the second, but that was because this draft was a little bit deeper. I don't know. He could have easily, like you said, kind of gone in that range of like 110 to 203 or something. Yeah, I think that's a good haul for sure in a rebuild. Try and flip Pacheco if he does well over the next few weeks. So, Malik Washington, yeah, he got involved. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be hard for him unless they trade like Tyreek or something. I don't really see. I think he's definitely a hold in dynasty right now for the most part in most leagues. But yeah, I mean, he had some good plays. Maybe if you get any type of return yards, return stuff, return yardage and points there, I think is good. So yeah, Garlic Bread I guess he has a trade out for both of us. I'm seriously considering the trade you sent me there, Garlic Bread. I was just kind of thinking about it, and Yeah, I am 100% thinking about it. So um, there
Um,
have
I just pulled it up right now. Me, on the other hand, I am not considering this.
okay.
Terrible garlic bread. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
No one's ever said that before. Garlic bread's delicious.
yeah, um, that's in the Poseidon League. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna think about it. I'll make a decision tomorrow for sure. Uh, there. So I mean, you can always counter him unless you're just that far off.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little tough, right? Like, I mean, we're 2 weeks in, barely starting our third week uh, after a startup, and we're both 2-2. So it's kind of like, all right, like we'll see kind of what these next few weeks bring. I'm not necessarily willing to trade guys for just picks just yet, kind of.
Mhm.
And honestly, I think the offer is it could use a little padding, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm just crazy.
I mean, you can talk about it if you want. Oh, you don't
I
have
don't
to
know.
either.
I don't know. Maybe we'll talk in private, garlic bread.
Um, Miami and the points was a good bet. Yeah. Well, what was the spread? Was it over 10? Probably, right? Maybe. I don't know. It
I
finished at
don't
10. So,
know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, double digits. I don't know if it was. I bet you it was like 7.5. I should know because I
mhm.
helped Bree make the sheet, but I'm not really sure.
Let's see here. Does it show it on the no, it doesn't.
No,
Um
the game's over. So,
no, I meant on the sheet that gets sent out.
oh yeah,
It's not on there. So um yeah. Well, I assume if he's saying that it was over 10 and a half or something. But I always say Paraiko. I asked in the Discord earlier, but do you prefer trading? Yeah, so he asked about this. ETN for A Rod and Travis Hunter. I thought it was someone else and Travis Hunter. Um, Gino and Hunter. Oh, okay. So Aaron Rodgers and Hunter, Gino and Hunter, Darnold are keeping ETN and using Wentz. And he basically like he's in a super flex league. He needs another quarterback. I think he only has one. I did say to probably you had a couple guys there on the waivers. I mean, Mac Jones was on the waiver wire. I would probably be picking him up. I know Brock Purdy might play this week, but he might not either. Tyrod Taylor was still there. I mean, those are two guys that maybe you can start this week. Maybe Mac Jones a little bit, um, more. So yeah, would let's just say so you have one quarterback. I think he has Jordan Love. He lost Burrow. He has Jordan Love. It's a super flex league. Would you trade ETN for Aaron Rodgers and Travis Hunter, Gino and Travis Hunter, or would you just keep ETN? Wentz.
I feel like I would probably just flex Wentz and keep ETN like for this week. Sorry, you said he has Love and like he had Love and Burrow.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe try and sell Burrow, like move your way back. It depends on. I don't know. It depends on the temperature of
This
the
is
lead.
this is redraft.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's in
Never
redraft,
mind.
so it's a redraft super flex.
Yeah.
So he's basically down to, well, I guess two quarterbacks as of now. What's McCarthy situation? Couple weeks, maybe more. He's not on IR, right?
2 to 4, no IR, not yet.
So he kind of needs that other quarterback. And yeah, the top two on the waiver wire were Tyrod and Mac Jones. So like he can get by this week, but long term, not
Yeah,
really. So
I think I'm still keeping ETN and just flexing Wentz.
yeah, I mean, what are you doing once McCarthy comes back? Just figure it out then, I guess. Or
Yeah, I'm guessing. I mean, who knows? Wentz could end up being the guy if he plays well enough. I don't think the Vikings necessarily have a ton of. I mean, the reason they would do that, basically, right? Like, let's say, like McCarthy's out for 2 games and Wentz wins both of them. Like McCarthy might have to earn his job back. If he's playing well enough. I mean, from a franchise standpoint, like I think it's an outside shot, but I don't know. Maybe you start considering that trade then. Like, I mean, given ETN's usage, I don't think his value is going down. So I think you're okay just kind of holding for now.
yeah, I don't know if I personally don't see them benching McCarthy for Wentz. I mean, Wentz would have to be playing out of his mind.
Well, okay, let's say McCarthy misses 4 weeks and Wentz wins all of them. Do you think they're going right back to him?
I mean, how are they winning it? Is Wentz throwing for like 350 and 3, or is he just kind of, helping the team, win, and he's just doing like how's Wentz playing? I guess again he'd have to be playing like elite level. If he's just like kind of there,
Sam Darnold from last year.
I think you got to go McCarthy. I mean, that's your quarterback of the future potentially. You can't like stunt his growth and development as a quarterback. Like Carson Wentz is not your future, So I think he would have to play like even better than that in order to kind of keep McCarthy off the field personally. And I don't see Wentz. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Wentz does play well, but last couple of games we've seen from Wentz has not been good. I think he played one last year, wasn't great. One in 23 that wasn't great. So yeah, he does say, I just saw it pop up, he added Dart. So if you added Jackson Dart, then I'm actually probably okay keeping ETN because I was actually okay with the trade just because I feel like you needed that other quarterback. But if you have Dart, you have Wentz for now, you can pick up Mac Jones. Like you can piece that together for the next couple of weeks. And then who knows when Russ is coming in. Maybe pick up Dylan Gabriel if he's out there, or should, it seems like it's going to be Gabriel that will start. So yeah, if you did pick up Jackson Dart, then I'm actually, I think I agree with you. I think I keep ETN at that point. Travis Hunter's an interesting one. It's just I don't know what he is. Like he's playing about 60% of the snaps on offense. He increased his defensive snaps from 9.5% to 62.3%. So he's literally out there. He's playing a shit ton of snaps. And the problem is like, okay, you can still be a useful receiver if you're playing 60% of the snaps. You have to be really, really efficient, big plays. His ADOT is like really bad. They're just like dinking and dunking to him. And so like that's not gonna work, like that. You have to either be, if you're gonna win it that way, you have to be playing like Wan'Dale Robinson and catching 8 passes, and he's not out there enough to be playing that much. So but yeah, I think because you picked up Dart, I'd go ahead and keep ETN. I'd again pick up a Dylan Gabriel, pick up a Mac Jones, pick those guys up, and you can piece it together. Real quick, guys, if you're in here, make sure to hit the like button for us. That's the only thing we ask. Get some eyes on the video. So if everyone in here right now could hit the like button, that would be great. And yeah, of course, subscribe if you haven't. We're going to kind of go in order here. Maybe stay live for about 30 more minutes or so. answer the questions in order. If you have a desperate question, there is always the option to super chat if you feel so inclined. There's a little $sign by the chat button. Malik Washington usage starting to look nice. Yeah, he's getting used more for sure. He played in 33 of 61 snaps. So he basically played a little over 50% of the snaps. It'll be interesting if they do end up trading like Tyreek or something. That's possible. So Garth Bryce said, yeah, you guys can talk in the DMs. How cooked is Pacheco? Thinking of sending him straight up for B-Rob. I'm the CMC owner. Would you trade Isaiah Pacheco straight up for Brian Robinson if you're the CMC owner? And I believe this is redraft as well. If it's not,
yeah, I'm assuming it's redraft too. I mean, it's kind of
it's
almost like, what's that?
You sound like a robot right now.
Still?
Yeah.
Shit. All right, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Yeah, I don't think I would do that. I get it. Getting your handcuff to CMC and stuff. I agree with Garlic Bread. I would want more than just B-Rob. Let's see how it is now.
Do I sound like a robot?
Yeah, you do.
Still? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
weird. Fuck. Maybe change the mic, or maybe the mic. It sounds like almost like the mic's not fully plugged in, like something like that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. No, now I can't hear you. But I'll keep going here as you figure that out. But yeah, I think I would want more than just B-Rob, and just kind of hold out for Pacheco and hope he turns it on. They need to be in the right game script, I guess, for Pacheco. I mean, we did see his snap share go up about almost 10%, which is good. They just kind of weren't. They were trailing, a lot of them were, it was a close game, but they were trailing. I don't know. Tough matchup. You hope that the Chiefs, their schedule coming up, you get the Giants, Ravens, and then Jags. It's tough. Are you back?
I don't know. Am I? Do I sound like shit still?
Yeah, you sound quiet and a little bit robot-y too. I don't know what happened there.
Fuck it. I have nothing good to say anyways.
That's weird.
All right, let me try this one more time.
Okay. I thought so too, but they're considering it. I can leave it at a 1-1 deal. Yeah, I would just want more. I would want more. But Pacheco doesn't look good. The problem with him is like he's not going to catch a lot of passes. He has to score touchdowns. He's kind of a trap back. Appreciate you, Garlic Bread. That's pretty kind of you. Super chat for super chat purposes. Appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Magic? Welcome in. He sounds fine on your end. Okay, maybe it's my headphones then are messing up. Okay, I'll let him know. It might have been just me messing up there. Appreciate you, Garlic Bread. Appreciate it. I had a dart. Yeah, I got an issue in my flex. Do I play Ridley T or Keenan Allen? Ridley T or Keenan Allen. And you said you're leaning on playing Keenan as the hot hand, but Ridley has the matchup. Yeah, that's a tough one. With the Burrow injury. That is a tough one. This is what format is this here? So apparently you sound okay, is what everyone's saying, and maybe it's my headphones or something.
Oh man. Now I need to plug my microphone back in.
You sound good now to me. So
maybe I should not plug my microphone in then?
No, apparently, I mean, both Nino and Garlic Bread said you sound fine. So,
Yeah, that's debatable.
so we have a issue in the flex. Do we play Calvin Ridley, T. Higgins, or Keenan Allen? It is PPR. Tough with the Burrow injury, right? I think this makes it really, really tough. Man, I don't know how many games we actually saw with like Browning, Higgins, and Chase all together there a couple years ago. I feel like it wasn't a lot though. Do you have any lean here? Are you going Keenan Allen?
That's my initial lean on, honestly. I mean, they're playing Denver, right? So, but I'm just kind of like, I want to say T. Higgins out of like pure, like, he's the best player, but I mean, I guess that's even debatable. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, you got to milk that Keenan while you got him, I guess. Like we know the connection, we see the connection. I did hear a lot about Denver's defense and how they kind of leave the middle of the field a little more open as opposed to like outside wide receivers. So I think Keenan could be good, especially in PPR. So I think I'm leaning Keenan. That was my gut reaction.
Yeah, I think so too. Part of me also just wants to go T. Higgins because, like you said, he's the best player. But if you want to kind of just see how that offense is going to look with Browning, I know Browning looked good when he played a couple years ago, but if I remember correctly, it wasn't really great for fantasy for those guys. I think like it was just up and down. Who went off for the Colts last week? Tyler Warren, Pierce, Downs. Okay.
I'm just looking up Browning with T. Higgins weeks 13 through 17. He had a couple of good weeks kind of in the middle there. So it's kind of tough. He had a couple of really good weeks, actually. The first few were a little slow, even though he was out there 75+% of the snaps. Yeah, that's tough. I think I'm just going to ride the hot hand and go with Keenan, as weird as that sounds.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, isn't he leading the team in targets? So you assume Surtain is not going to be covering him, Pat Surtain. I was just looking at what Chase play all those games too. He basically did, except for week 16. So yeah, I think I would go Keenan too. It's between Keenan and T for me though. I think I'm gonna avoid Ridley until I see it as much as possible, especially when I have good options like Keenan Allen and T Higgins there. Mr. Magic's asking almost the same. Play Keenan over Ridley this week, Warren over Pollard, PPR. Yeah, I'd play Keenan over Ridley. Again, I just want to see it. I need to see Cam Ward look good. And I need to see that connection with Ridley. So hopefully this is the week. You got a couple starts under your belt. You had two tough matchups to start in the Broncos and the Rams for Cam Ward. So we could see, over the next couple of weeks, hopefully Ridley get it going. So he gets the Colts this week. So Colts are kind of middle of the road as of now for, fantasy in terms of points allowed. Looks like they give up. How am I reading that?
I mean, I think the PPR makes it easy, honestly, to go Warren over Pollard. Oh, I thought you froze now. Maybe we're just
no.
Like we're frozen until you. How do you say that? Blunk.
Yeah.
But no, I think the Aaron Rodgers was actually just talking about throwing the ball more to Jalen Warren, I guess, too. It's like, yeah, he's really good.
I took this as Tyler Warren.
Oh,
I don't know
maybe.
though. It could be.
I don't know. I was just thinking running backs because I saw the Pollard thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably is Jalen Warren, but do specify, Mr. Magic, who it is for us. Because I feel like whenever I see Warren, I think first Tyler. But I think you're right. It's probably more likely Jalen just because it's running back, right?
Yeah, like I mean, Pollard's getting like all of the carries without Spears there, for sure. But there's no involvement in the passing game as of yet. Obviously, that could always change, but until we see it, like I'm not banking on it. Like I think Warren's basically a lock for 3 catches or something. There you go.
It is, yeah. So sorry, you're leaning Jalen Warren
over Pollard, yeah.
I think I would go Pollard.
Well, you're done.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I guess I didn't realize Pollard had. Warren had 134 scrimmage yards last week.
Yeah, and like I said, we've seen what pass catching running backs with Aaron Rodgers does, like a la Aaron Jones. I'm not saying Jalen Warren is Aaron Jones, like in the heyday of the Packers, but you could draw some lines.
Yeah, I'm fine with Warren now that I'm looking at it. He played a lot. I was a little bit worried because I know he wasn't playing as much with Gainwell out there, but he got almost 60% of the snaps last week, which is fine for him. So Garlic Bread says, do you guys think Caleb Johnson is done? Is in 27 plus. I don't think he's done. And I know you're talking dynasty here, Garlic Bread. I mean, I don't expect anything from him much this year. One thing I will say though is the Steelers are not running the ball well with Jalen Warren or Kenneth Gainwell. So that makes me think there is an outside chance that Caleb Johnson starts getting involved here soon if they continue to not run the ball well. 12 carries for Gainwell, 39 yards. That's a 3.3 average. Jalen Warren is not much better to start the season. He's 3.4 with 25 carries, 85 yards. So I think they're going to want a little bit more out of the run game there. So
that kickoff snafu probably cratered his value for the next 4 weeks. What little value he had, it's like, we were kind of taking him as like, oh, he could be the guy, but most likely he's the backup, especially after they paid after they paid Jalen. There you go. Oh, wait, now I can't even say that. I have to say his whole name. Because I was like, Jalen Waddle. Before they paid Jalen Warren, like in the off season, we were kind of like, oh, we could, you could see it, decently drafted running back going to the run heavy Steelers, but for this year, I mean, he's definitely droppable in redraft, if you haven't already. You don't have to worry about that. And maybe if there's an injury or they really start to shit the bed as a team, like, and they want to see what they got in the rookie, then maybe he does something, but he's probably unstartable in redraft for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree there. He's all the way down to, he's cratering in Dynasty, keep trade cut, RB35. Just to give you, let's see here, to start the season, he was about RB20. He got as high as RB13 during the offseason. Basically, NFL season started, he was RB19. He's cratered to RB35. So, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Are you taking in Dynasty? Are you taking Caleb Johnson or Dylan Sampson?
I think I will give the slight nod to Caleb. Just given like we saw some good action from Judkins this last week, and he actually signed a contract. So, like he'll at best, I'm thinking he'll be, especially by like mid-season, he'll be the 1B on his own team. So, I'll take the upside swing with Caleb, but I can't fault you either way.
Caleb's kind of like the last. So basically, the people ahead of him are kind of like all starting running backs for the most part. Jalen Warren, DeAndre Swift, Montgomery is in a split backfield, but Connor, Pollard, and then after them, it's kind of like the guys that are like not, it's J.K. Dobbins, Braylon Allen, Tyrone Tracy, Isaiah Pacheco, those kind of players. So
I mean, you always say it best, like when like we like to push these guys up so high in the preseason based on like what they could be. But now the reality setting in, and we're 2 games into this guy's career. He's 22 years old. And yeah, like I just think that you could be selling low on him already if that's what you're trying to do. I get if like, I don't know. I just think like you haven't seen anything yet. So I think the reality of like, I actually need guys to get me points right now is kind of setting in. And that's why those guys are moving in front of him.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to pull this up here because I see, I'm going to double check now again. Browning targeting T. So he said weeks 11 through 18. Yeah, I mean, he played in, looks like about 5 games that year with him. The most targets he had was 8. So he had 3, 4, 8, 8, 2.
Yeah, and those 2 8-target games were massive. I mean, when I say massive, I mean 20 plus PPR points.
Yeah.
So I know it's too short of a small of a sample size to like really draw any conclusions from that, right? Like,
and Chase didn't miss one of those 8-target games.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that like he's not necessarily like they're gonna put the ball in the hands of their receivers and Chase Brown to like make plays. Like obviously he's not going to be Burrow, but he's totally capable of operating that offense as far as what I remember seeing, so I'm not super worried about it. Like it's a downgrade, but maybe they'll have to get a little more creative.
Nino was mentioning he's talking about the 1-for-1 deal of Pacheco for B-Rob. Yeah, CMC, Chase Brown, Harvey, Pacheco, Benson. Yeah, I wouldn't trade Pacheco straight up for Brian Robinson.
Yeah, I mean he's your 3rd best running back on your team, probably. Like as far as role goes right now. Harvey and Benson are basically handcuffs / like we'll have to like wait to see, with Dobbins and Connor. And we both know those guys kind of get hurt, so that's not a bad place to be in. So yeah, I don't think I'm quite doing that yet, unless you're really nervous about CMC. But I feel like if you were that nervous about CMC, you could have probably just drafted Brian Robinson in round 12 in your, like maybe you just were a little more comfortable with Harvey and Pacheco. And I could see that, like how your view can change after just a few weeks. But yeah, I think I'm just holding on to Pacheco.
Yeah.
And I think wasn't it Garlic Bread that said he'd rather have B-Rob? Sorry. Like it wasn't. Did I read that backwards? It was when I was turning into a robot. So.
Yeah. He said he would want more as the B-Rob owner. Interesting. So I read that as like he wouldn't do that. I would still hold out for Pacheco being the guy, So, let's see here. Game Zone says, should I trade Marvin Harrison Jr. and Ibuka for Chase?
Yeah, I would. Even with the Burrow injury. What do you think?
Yeah, I would. Um, yeah.
How deep does the league have to be for you to kind of backpedal on that? Like, we haven't seen anything from Marv yet, outside of a touchdown. I mean, 5 for 71 is like nothing to sneeze at, like in week 1. And obviously Igbuka is playing great right now.
Yeah, it would have to be pretty deep.
I didn't even think about this. Is this a dynasty question?
I think I would still keep Chase.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I don't know. It's hard for me to like remember which one we're talking about. Well, I mean, not to remember, but like I kind of switch back and forth in my head, like.
Yeah, I kind of just take all trades unless I know the people and know that they're dynasty players as a redraft. So,
Yeah,
but
true.
do specify if it is dynasty or redraft for us. Yeah, I would take the Chase side even with the Browning injury as well. So Ibuka is interesting. Like, he's getting touchdowns, not getting a whole lot of targets. I mean, he has 13 in 2 weeks, which isn't terrible, but now he's also dealing with an injury too. Didn't he pop up on the injury report?
Who, Igbuka?
Yeah.
Yeah, a non-participant in the first day of practice.
After Thursday as well. Do they play Monday
night? They did play Monday,
but they don't play Monday this week. Then
no.
So first 2 days I see. Then I see Thursday he didn't practice. It says DNP again Thursday. So
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So yeah, do keep that in mind. Thanks for the help. I feel similar. I kind of want to see it before I believe it with Browning and Ward. Sure. Yeah, I think Keenan Allen's probably the safest there. Warren gets passes, but Pollard has the workload. Yeah. And I mean, they almost had the same amount of workload last week. So both had 20 touches. Paul is here. He says 10-team PPR. Would you trade Nix, Henderson, Pearsall, or Lamar and Godwin? Other wide receiver. Oh, he said 4, not or. Okay, so trade Nix, Henderson, Pearsall for Lamar and Godwin. 10-team. So quarterbacks are more valuable.
Yeah, and like the studs are more valuable too. I'm assuming it's like a 10-team start 10.
Well, I think Paul is I think this is redraft as well. So I would say 10-team start 10. I'd probably say it's probably closer to like a start 7 or 8. Most standard like ESPN and NFL Yahoo leagues are like start 7 or 8.
Yeah, but just go for Lamar. Do it.
I mean, he has BTJ. Like, you're not starting. I mean, you're starting BTJ, Tet,
Barkley at this point.
Odunze, Barkley, Brown's interesting. Yeah, I would do it. I think.
Yeah.
It's just Godwin. It's kind of like, what do you expect from Godwin? You're kind of trading 3 guys for Lamar right now. Like, have we heard anything about Godwin coming back anytime soon? Or
no, just that he got upgraded to doubtful last week. So
okay,
as opposed to out. So limited practice today.
Limited.
Limited. I mean, I'm not expecting a whole lot from him even when he comes back, but maybe as a flex, and anything else on top of that is gravy.
It's a redraft start 7, he says. Limited is good, though, because that means, like, he could be back this week, but you're not starting him, obviously. Trending to play week 4, so you're not starting him until week 5. But, I mean, that's only a couple weeks away at this point. So, that's a tough one. I think I'd go for Lamar, though.
Don't you think start 7, 10-team start 7 makes it way more in favor of having Lamar over Nix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're starting again. BTJ, Tet, Odunze, Barkley, Lamar.
Yeah, it's a single flex
your
It's a
tight
single flex
end.
10-man league.
Yeah.
Right?
So you're starting Lamar, Barkley, BTJ, Tet, Adunze, Brown,
Yeah, and Chase Brown.
and
And
then
then
your
your tight
tight
end.
end.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of choosing between like Adunze, Henderson, Pearsall. Right now it's Adunze, but throughout the season you'd be I would take advantage
Yeah.
of that because those two guys are probably on your bench.
Yeah.
Right
and
now.
then you get to choose between Odunze and Addison when Addison comes back. It might be a hard choice to make week to week, but at least you have a little depth.
Yeah, or Judkins or Scadaboo if they come on. So like those guys could easily round out your bench. So yeah. I like that trade then. I got some trades for you to grade. Joseph Miller says he receives Caleb Johnson for a 26 late second and Juwan Johnson picked him up off of waivers before the season. So he got Caleb for a late second and Juwan Johnson. I'll take the Caleb side.
So basically 2 seconds for Caleb. I'm assuming there's no tight end premium here, or else you're like way off, don't you think?
I wouldn't say way off. I mean, Caleb was a first round pick. Like he was like a top 7 or 8 pick.
Yeah, but
right?
Johnson's playing extremely well. I guess the late second, I guess, kind of changes it. He does say a couple comments down that he's currently rebuilding, so taking a chance on Caleb is worth it. I guess I don't mind it.
Yeah, non-tight end premium, I think it's an easy Caleb. Tight end premium, if it's pretty heavy, then it's definitely closer. I'd probably still lean Caleb though, especially if I'm rebuilding. So something to remember. I mean, they probably continue to use Juwan Johnson this way, but when Foster Moreau come back and Taysom Hill comes back, I know it sounds like stupid to say, but those guys get on the field and take away snaps from them more than anything. So, receive a 28 first for Tucker Kraft. I mean, what's his injury?
That one was, I thought it was a leg injury.
It says tweaked his knee during practice, checked out okay.
Yeah, it says he's all good.
Yeah, that one's kind of go either way for me. I mean, I'll never hate getting a first for tight ends unless it's like, McBride, Kittle. Now, Tucker Kraft could be on his way to being that type of player, which, we'll have to wait and see.
Maybe try and push it up a year. Get a 27 first, and then I like it a lot more.
Yeah.
Just 28 is so long to wait.
Yeah. I think he already made these, I assume, just because he's asking to grade them.
Okay.
So I like the Caleb one. I give that like a B plus if we're giving a grade out, if it's non-tight end premium. This one's kind of like can go either way for me. Like you said, if it was a 27 first, I'd be much more excited. But again, I'm not going to complain getting a first for tight ends in non-tight end premium leagues. Just because, like, even if you look at kind of what their value is, and even the top ones are not quite as valuable as maybe you think. It's redraft Game Zone says. So Game Zone was the Marvin Harrison Jr. and Ibuka for Chase. He has Amon-Ra, Drake London, Sutton. Yeah, it's pretty easy then to make that trade.
Yeah.
That's fine though. 2 wide receivers too. So you could start 5 of those guys. So you're going to start London, Sutton, Amon-Ra, Chase, and then probably Addison when he comes back. Godwin trending to play week 4. Who would you start? Half PPR, Love or Goff? I lost Burrow this season. I think it's Jordan Love this week. I'm a little bit worried about Goff playing in Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, they're both facing tough defenses in general, right? Like, I mean, the Cleveland Browns seemed like they were playing. I mean, obviously small sample size, but I mean, they held a healthy Bengals team to 17 points. Obviously the Ravens ran all over them, but they've been a good defense, and we saw it in the first week. They were just overpowered extremely by the Ravens. So both, I'd say, tough defenses, but the nice thing about Green Bay is you can take away one guy, but it's hard to take away all of them.
Yeah. Ravens give up the fourth most points to quarterbacks to start the year. They played Josh Allen, keep that in mind, and then Flacco, who threw like 45 times. Browns are kind of middle of the road to start the year. I don't know. I'm always just a little bit worried about Goff away from a dome and stuff, playing outdoors. But I think I lean Love there. Also can give you a little bit of rushing. Potentially, I don't know what he's done running the ball. Not much, but McBride is my tight end. So yeah, he's starting McBride in that start 7 there that we were talking about. Reed injured, Kraft injured, Golden mid, Dobbs mid, Wicks sucks. Hope everyone's ready for the mother of all comeback seasons, Christian Watson season. When's he coming back?
He'll get 5 touchdowns in 3 games, and then he'll be out for the rest of the season. Like,
right.
Hey, I just picked him up in our redraft listener league just because I could stash him on the IR, mostly because the Jaden Reed situation, and obviously, like we haven't seen anything from Golden, but yeah, he'll get you about 50 points in 2.5 weeks worth of play, and then you'll never be able to start him again. And you won't start him when he does that.
Yeah. Yeah. Says he's ready to practice in week 6. So, by the way, down with fun, he called the Quentin Johnston comeback season. He called Mac Jones better than Purdy. So, this is his next call. So keep it in mind.
Yeah,
Mason
I like
or
it.
Pollard? You going Jordan Mason this week over Pollard?
Yeah, I'll go Jordan Mason over Pollard this week. They're going to have similar usage, I would assume, but I would also assume Minnesota's going to be the better offense with a game where they might need everything they got to try and keep up with Jake Browning and the Bengals.
Yeah.
If my power grows. Is this like a Dragon Ball thing or something?
Maybe.
Are you charging up right now?
Super Saiyan. I'd go Jordan Mason as well. Thomas says, should I trade McBride for Jettas straight up or Kraft and Olave for Jettas? I have Kraft and McBride, Jetta owner. I would do that trade.
Kraft and Olave for sure. You would do McBride straight up for Justin Jefferson?
I think so. In a non-tight end premium. I do hate him.
Justin. Yeah, you hate Justin Jefferson and you love Trey McBride. So I don't know what sort of alternate universe we stepped into.
He's mid.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind he'd be starting Kraft, right? So I know McBride's awesome, but Kraft has been awesome too. And so either way, I would do that trade. I would prefer the Kraft and Olave one. But you trade McBride away, you start Tucker Kraft, and you add Jettas to your lineup, That's kind of why I was saying or part of the reason why I was saying to that. If you could do that. And then obviously Dynasty is a no-brainer there. Couldn't trade. Yeah, and I get that. I don't see anyone trading in a non-tight end premium a second for Juwan. Even in a tight end premium, I think people are going to be hesitant. People are going to – it's just been 2 weeks, right? So I'm having issues. I'm trying to trade Javonte, and people are being hesitant and stuff, and I get it. When you see 2 good games for – Derek Carr was wasn't Derek Carr the QB1 last year after 2 weeks?
Isn't Daniel Jones QB2 right now?
Yeah. So was Derek Carr the key? I know the Saints scored a bunch of points. I kind of remember Carr not.
Yeah, they
Okay,
scored like 90 points in 2 games, and then they didn't score 90 points in like the next 8 or some shit like that total.
Yeah. He was QB2 behind Baker after 2 weeks. So I get being hesitant. I don't mind the non-tight end premium. I like the trade. I like the gamble on Caleb there.
Yeah, I get it.
Seattle defense or Colts defense? Defense question. So Colts, we said, are playing the Titans, right?
Yeah, it's tough not to start them, honestly, against the rookie quarterback.
Seattle gets the Saints.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I picked up Seattle for this week, just to stream them. But I mean, I thought the Colts defense was playing a little better points wise. I don't know. Defenses are so hard to judge because the scoring can be so different across leagues, right? But I think I'm gonna go with Seattle.
Yeah, I'm good with Seattle too. Garlic Bread, thank you again. You're very kind. This stream here. So he says his trade questions in 2 comments. Dynasty, he received an offer where I sell Jaden Daniels plus a second. I get May, a first, Fannin, Corey Krosky Merritt, and a 27 second. Do it. Do it. Other quarterbacks he has T-Law, Nix, and Bryce Young, so he's very deep at the quarterback position. It's a 2 tight end premium is 1 point. He has Kraft and McBride, so he's great at tight end there. He's deep at quarterback, so he's selling Jaden Daniels in a second, and he's getting back May, a first, Fannin, Corey Krosky Merritt, a 27 second.
Honestly, I think I'm just keeping Jaden Daniels and the second. Like, how does? I mean, I guess you can flex him, but I mean, I was like, how does Fannin fit into your tight end room currently? Like, he could be better. I doubt he's going to be better than McBride. It's possible, but he has a decent chance to be better than Kraft. But like, you're kind of gambling. Like, Drake May could be Jaden Daniels, but it's like that's like the Family Guy. No shit, is it Family Guy with the boat thing? Where it's like, there could be anything behind there, behind door number 2, even a boat. But it's like, do you want the boat or door number 2, kind of a thing?
Yeah.
So, I mean, so the seconds are a wash. They're basically they're throwing a lot at you to try and get from Drake May up to Jaden Daniels. I think I'll just stick with Daniels. I know you love Drake May, so how do you respond?
So yeah, if you just say the seconds are a wash, I assume it's a 26 second, 27 second, so they're not quite a wash, but let's just say they are. So like, it's Jaden Daniels for May. How many starters in this, by the way, Garlic Bread? May, a 26 first, Bannon and Bill. I may do this trade. I believe in May. I know he wasn't great week 1. Week 2, he comes back. He was playing Miami, so it's a start 14. Holy crap. That's a deep ass league. So all those guys you're starting, essentially. I mean, like, May's obviously starter. Fannin could be flexed as well. It's a 2 tight end premium. I assume there's a shit ton of flexes. So Fannin may be in there. Bill's going to be in there. That 26 first, you're going to assume is in there, right? So, I think I take that trade now, knowing it's a start 14. I was okay with it, even if it was like a start 10 or whatever. Just because, like, we saw May run more. He ran the ball 10 times last week, and their offense was much better. I think that's should be a part of their offense. Even if, where does Fannin fit in? Well, now you could potentially trade Tucker Kraft. It gives you a flexibility at your tight end spot to say, hey, okay, I feel confident in trading Kraft now. I can get a haul for him maybe and start Fannin, or you just start Fannin with the start 14. So yeah, I'm good with that trade now, knowing it's the start 14. Does that change it for you? Knowing that you're getting 1, 2, 3 starters plus that 26 first should turn into a starter. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 starters, 5 starters for 2 or 4 for 1, however you want to look at it.
I don't know. What I was doing while you were talking about that was looking up where's Drake May on Keep Trade Cut, and he's at QB 7. So people are super high on him. So because I was thinking like, man, I feel like you could have just traded Bo Nix for Drake May straight up in the preseason, maybe not leading up to the season because it was getting a lot of hype and everything, but I got to assume they were pretty close. I don't know. I was starting to think about his other quarterbacks and everything, and like,
he has a good quarterback room. I mean, there's a lot of question marks for sure with Bryce Young and Lawrence, but those guys are going to have jobs, like those guys are going to be starting for the next several years, most likely.
I don't know what's the temperature check on Lawrence. Did he play well enough last week?
No, he didn't. I mean, he threw 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But 57.1 completion percentage isn't great. He's not using Brian Thomas Jr., which is, part of the reason why I'm upset. I don't know.
Hey, he's targeting him. He's just not getting the passes to him.
And that's an issue with Lawrence, though. Like, it was with Ridley as well. It's like, oh, yeah, Ridley has 10 targets and 4 catches. It's like, what's going on here?
Missing guys in the flat and shit. Like, it is.
Yeah. Or he catches the ball in the end zone and has his foot out. It's like, is it Ridley's fault, or is it like the common denominator is Lawrence at this point? I don't know. I'm good with that trade.
So is Bill a second still?
I don't know now with the Eckler injury. I'd be a little bit hesitant for just 1 second, a random second. If I knew it was early, probably, but a random second, I'd be a little hesitant.
Okay. Getting greedy on us, are you?
That's how it goes. I mean, just, I know. A lot of it's just because I think his value could go up, like whether like he produces, like if I wait just a couple more weeks, his value could really go up and I could sell him for even more. It's right. Like, do I sell the stock for, I've made, 10%, but if I wait 2 more weeks, I can make, 25% more or something. I don't know. So yeah, I'd take that trade. I would take the May side there, garlic bread, but it's tough trading Jaden Daniels, that's for sure.
I definitely tried to do it in the off season where I had him and people were not biting. Maybe I was asking too much. Well, I don't know.
He has an injury, by the way.
Yep.
If he doesn't run much, like that's tough. That's a huge part of his fantasy value. We'll get to a couple more here, then we'll take off. Should I trade Marv or wait it out? Just depends what you can get. Avery really does. He's had 1 good game, 1 down game. He's just not getting a lot of targets. So, and then Carlos here says, should I trade Metcalf and Jordan Mason for Rice and Keenan Allen? My team is doing good and can hold while Rice comes back.
Yeah, you got 4 more weeks, including this week, right? And then you might have to gear up a little bit. I think I'd rather just keep Metcalf and Jordan Mason.
I think I would too.
Assuming you're starting those guys. Well, you're probably starting Metcalf and not starting Mason until maybe this week. But if you're saying you're doing really good, he might be a bench player. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would too. I still believe in Metcalf having a good year. I mean, again, we've seen one good game, one okay game, or like both, I guess, two okay games, but 12-ish PPR points or so. And Jordan
Yeah.
Mason could be huge.
I mean, 11
be the best
PPR
player.
points with a touchdown is really bad, but
Yeah.
again, stats don't exist right now. Like, you can say their stats, but there's too much of a swing because it's only been 2 games. So you kind of just got to go with like your previous convictions and what you've seen on the field as far as usage goes. Like, I'm not necessarily like, oh, like DK sucks now, like if you thought that he was good going into the season, kind of a thing. It's like nothing we've seen has changed that in my mind, anyways.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Steelers have been throwing the ball more than I thought. I just thought Rice I would try and get Rice another way. I just think Jordan Mason could be the best player in that trade, like over the next 4 weeks. So, yeah, I would wait. I mean, is the Rice manager 0-2? Maybe they go 0-3 and they're even more desperate this week. So I would try and get him another way. So, but yeah, we're gonna finish up here, guys. Appreciate everyone. Catch us on over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday mornings, for more trade talk questions. Appreciate everyone, especially you, Garlic Bread.
Yeah, Garlic Bread, you're the man. Let me know if you want me to discuss our trade on air now, if you're still here.
Yeah,
I just don't like talking like about like what I consider to be like a private conversation. I don't know.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
I don't want to like out him. But I don't know. I'll tell you this, Garlic Bread, assuming you're still here, that I've had similar offers and I've shot them down in the preseason and kind of going like, and in the 2 weeks that we've been going. So,
yeah. All right, guys. Well, appreciate you all. And we'll see you guys very soon. Good luck.